You're listening to the Classic Gamers Guild podcast.
I let you ride the worm.
Hey there, thanks for tuning in. Anna here, and I just got back from the Portland Retro Gaming Expo, or as you'll hear me call it all during the episode, the PGRE. I can't help it. Roberta and I always called it that, and after years of texts and planning together, it's just how it stuck. Kind of rolls off the tongue better anyway. So this is a clip episode from my time at the Retro Gaming Expo, and you'll be hearing all sorts of voices on this one. Sierra legends like Lowe and Laurie and Corey Cole, George Sanger, and plenty of others. Artists, developers, vendors, fans, musicians, and friends. The conversations jump from booth to hallway to live show, all woven through the energy that filled the whole weekend. And you'll hear Roberta's name come up a lot. She was a close friend, a central figure in the FMV and adventure game community, and someone whose kindness pulled people together in ways that still rippled through all of this. So here it is, a weekend of nostalgia, laughter, and connection from the Portland Retro Gaming Expo 2025.
I'm going to do it, you know what I mean? And Eric said, I need your help, and I'm like, man, I am there for you. So that's kind of how
That's all of you. John Paul's like that too, right? If you want something done and you're going to send it at like 2 a.m. and
yes.
You think, maybe I'll get this in a few days, you're like, it's 4:30 in the morning and I'm getting a project back? Like, is this actually happening? So,
John Paul is like that. He's like that and able to turn things around. Like, I can do it, but it takes me some time, but I'm willing to do it. I don't know what time zone, what universe he exists in, because he can get things back so fast. He mastered all the tracks from King's Chill 3. And so I'm like, hey, can you do this? Can you make the snare a little bit louder and whatever? And he never said, go away, you're too annoying. He said, like, yeah, sure. Infinitely patient. And, you know.
That's the thing. Some people can hear it and they know what to look for. It's like the contest in a beauty contest, like the judge. They know what to look for. They don't have to be that person that can make it happen, but they can see if it's happening, yes. Right? It's a whole eye and it's an ear thing, right? So
it is. And
that's a team.
And it's, you know, I think in this kind of community, you need people who are just willing to, and everyone is, like, willing to give of themselves, like their talents, their ideas, and everyone that I've met has been like that, generous to a fault.
Isn't it?
It's kind of magic.
Isn't it? It's this. Okay, I'm talking to Mike Pomfrey. He's got a King's Quest II big box in his arms,
in the
cradled.
Black box, the original one. This is not the later reissue from 1987. This is the 1985 version.
No, this is not a gold-colored box. It is exactly. Like if you have the Space Quest black box, you know, the next one you'd be trying to procure is the King's Quest II black box. Yeah. It's a pretty big deal.
It's a big deal.
It's
a big deal. And it got someone who, you know, I'm very slow when it comes to purchases. I'm like, no, let me think about it for a day or two. No, I saw that. I'm like, gimme.
It's there. No, I wonder who else got the rest. Was the Colonel's Bequest still there?
That was still there.
Okay,
but
nice.
I wouldn't hold it for long. Yeah.
No, Eric's quite a collector too, so I've traded some.
What are you doing? You sure you're giving this away? And,
yeah.
I will give you serious money for that. So
no, for real. No, just pennies on the dollar for what the real sentimental value is of these games.
They're not making them anymore.
Do you have other games? Are you a collector?
I have a little bit, but I haven't started. This is actually the beginning of my adult collection. What I do have is I have the box that my parents recently unearthed from their attic of all the Sierra games that I wouldn't let them throw out.
Right.
So, which has been gone for like 20 years.
Yeah, of course.
My God.
And I just got it in the mail a few months ago.
See, synchronicity, right? That's why you got this here.
And so they've been on my floor. I've been staring at them and I'm like, okay, now we're going to add to the collection.
Yeah, it has to happen.
Until we get started seeing it. And Lowe, of course, is here. And now one of those boxes in that box was Leisure Suit Larry 1. So I'm hoping he might be convinced to maybe put his autograph on that one. and that would be pretty amazing.
No, you need to get that autograph and take the opportunity when you can. There's been a few times I've been in places and I get caught up in the moment and I haven't. So get those autographs, have these conversations. This is the here and now. And it's really amazing because it started with one grand event, I think, with the Adventure Game Fan Fair. A lot of Sierra devs got together, and now all of a sudden we're branching off and we're becoming part of another even bigger main event, which, did you ever see that happening?
Well, I didn't see it happening, frankly, in my hometown.
Yeah.
Because Tacoma, that's just a train ride away. Like, how amazing that everyone's coming here, and then they're coming. They're coming to my next door, basically.
So you live in Portland?
I live in Portland.
Cool,
I live basically just down the street.
Oh, cool.
And so this is kind of magic for me.
Yeah,
it's
this is literally, you just walk, you're not getting a hotel, you're not worrying about parking.
I could basically walk here.
Yeah.
And it's fantastic.
And you have some CDs too, it looks like.
Yes, I do. Well,
Tell me what these are.
So this is the new box set from Magic Map Studio. This is Eric's work of the compilation of King's Quest V and King's Quest VI remastered, reimagined basically with more modern MIDI sounds and some sounds amazing. And it also has the Era 47 cover of Girl in the Tower. The sort of death metal version of it. If you haven't heard it, it's definitely worth hearing. And I'm so excited to see this because I know the project, and then Eric reached out to me and said, "Hey, we need some help doing the layout. Can you help me out with layout?" Because I did the layout for King's Chill 3.
Right.
And so, he and I worked together on that.
So turned out beautifully. All of these records, and the fact that we're pressing gosh darn vinyl. Here we are actually doing it, bringing adventure games home to you on a media that was never before available. Like, we were calling to get Girl in the Tower on the radio.
I remember that.
We were getting it on a CD that was the game or the separate CD, depending on the different big box version that you would have.
You had.
So,
I wonder, because I remember calling. I remember the radio station they asked me to call in that list of. I wonder if it ever worked. I never heard it on the radio.
Me too.
I wonder, someone here is going to know that.
We want to talk to the person who made this list. Let's get up in that. That would be a cool talk.
Because, I know we were all calling, but the overwhelming virality hit never really happened with Girl in the Tower.
I was waiting. I mean, here's a hit from 1990.
Well, maybe this new version, the cover of the original will kind of spark interest,
Yeah, I hope so.
It's certainly fun.
Cool. Well, hey, thanks for chatting with me. I appreciate you giving me some of your time, and thanks for your contributions to making adventure games a reality that you can actually hold in your hand and buy.
I love it.
That's so cool.
Thanks for being here. I hope you have a great conference.
Yeah. Cheers.
Amazing.
Bye.
Couldn't possibly be.
No, imagine that. I'm here with Sean Parker of Fogtown, and we are here just finishing up the first day at PGRE, and I'm so curious, what do you think? What have you seen? What sticks out? Have you been to the FMV Museum? Give me all the details.
Oh, I helped set up the shelving at the FMV Museum.
Yes.
No, this has been a really great start to PRGE. The main thing that I'm noticing this year is in the past, when I first started coming here, there really wasn't much from what I could tell, point and click adventure representation. It was mostly about a lot of old consoles and kind of the standard hit stuff. And this year, somehow there's all this Sierra representation and a ton of acknowledgement of adventure games, and I love that, and I hope that becomes kind of more the standard going forward for this convention. Because it's a very, very, very important part of retro gaming history.
It really is, and we're seeing our kind everywhere you go. Every time someone stops to look at a King's Quest game or the King's Quest records that are up for sale or CDs, and it's like,
yeah.
When did you play King's Quest? How do you know Sierra? Oh my gosh, I have a new friend.
Yeah, and I've only wandered through the FMV Museum while it's been open a tiny bit, and there's been people coming in who are just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this exists. It's like something that, it's a genre that's very beloved to them, but just feels super niche. And here we are with this, honestly, amazing professional presentation of that slice of gaming culture. And people would never have expected to see it with that much prominence.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that that's also, wonderful to have that this year.
It really is. Well, thank you. Thank you for taking a minute to talk with me, and I'll connect back with you again. What is it you're doing while you're here? Tell everybody what you did. You're doing stuff with Fogtown, right?
Yes, the FMV Museum graciously plastered Fogtown all over itself, despite us not even having a release date in sight. So they're having a lot of faith in this game existing someday, and we are also. I'm in a panel about FMV games with Victoria Morcell and Paul Morgan Stetler. They'll be kind of covering the history of FMV as the reigning FMV stars of the 90s, and I'll be there to talk about the people doing the more modern side of FMV as well. So I'm really looking forward to that on Sunday.
That's exciting. Okay, thank you so much.
And I'm managing Era 47 as they put together the ultimate tribute concert to end all ultimate tribute concerts to Sierra video game stuff
And to
at the
end
close
this
of at the close of the convention. So
it is going to be the best close of the convention. It's going to be wonderful and sad and wonderful.
No hyperbole.
No.
Those guys are freaking like amazing music monsters, and their first rehearsal was face-meltingly good. So I'm really excited for this.
It's going to be awesome, and you guys are going to be able to hear about it. It'll have been live streamed, and I'm going to put a link underneath this episode. I'm here with Canvas Quest Tom, who has become an integral part of the whole classic gaming community. He's got one of the biggest booths I think I ever could have imagined I would see Sierra products at. This is obviously audio, not video. Why don't you tell me a little bit about, first off, what are you doing here?
Hey, well, so I'm showcasing and selling pins and magnets on canvas, and various other, I guess, nostalgic vintage gaming stuff, art.
That's beautiful. I mean, I'm standing right here. I've got everything from Leisure Suit Larry to Bubble Bobble, Mario 3, and everything is very professionally done. This booth is about twice the size of a lot of the other booths that are here, and there's everything you're going to find, especially though if you're a Sierra fan. So you have a particular niche there. I'd like you to tell me a little bit about why you're featuring Sierra games in particular. What is your introduction into the idea of Sierra?
Well, I love Sierra. I grew up on Sierra. It's probably anytime somebody asks me what my favorite games of the past are, I can't get much past Sierra because it was just such a huge impact. I mean, there's so many that I do for Nintendo and everything else, but yeah, Sierra really hit the core of my inside. Kind of, made me want to put it out there more, wanted to relate to other people with it, so I try to put it out there.
It must work so well. People, you know where people are looking, where they're at, and as soon as you see them at the Sierra aisles, you're like, which game are they going to go for? What are they going to pick?
Totally, yeah.
I love that. Okay, and you've also been a big part of the FMV Museum and the memorial for Roberta Vaughn, because you provided some pins that you've done now. Where did this design come from? How did you come up with this idea? I'd like to describe it. It's got Roberta, it's got the moon, it's got a bat necklace, her shirt worn just the way that she always does, and her memorial 1980 till 2025. And these are heavy duty, beautiful, and they make me cry, and I love it so much. How did that idea come about?
That's all out.
Is it? Yeah.
Yes, it is. He put, I think he had a prior design that he was working on, so it was a variation of that.
Mm-hmm.
And he put it together. It was perfect. Talked about it a little bit. I mean, it was all him. As soon as I saw it, I said, "This is perfect." So yeah.
And then all of the proceeds from the pins go to Roberta Vaughn's family for expenses, and it's there to help them out, which I really appreciate too. I mean, a business is a business, but friendship is friendship, and I know you 100%. And Roberta were very close. We were the one and only to her somehow. Each and every one of us was just as loved, as important as every other of the one of us. So
Roberta, I think, taught something to everybody about just kindness and bringing people together, and just, I mean, she was so subtle about it, but we're all now realizing how much of an impact and how much we took from her and can continue to give to other people, spread, and just to honor her. That's such a thing to do. I mean, it just makes everybody closer and stronger connections. And
Well, thank you. Thank you for that, and thank you for going to, where are they going to go to find you online?
So I'm at canvasquestart.com is our shop, or you could go to Canvas Quest Prince, which is a bunch of other information.com.
Good. So you're gonna hear this, you're gonna get super curious. If you haven't already seen the booth, you're gonna go online. Although really I think you need to get to an event to truly see the full catalog, because it is something magnificent to behold.
Yeah, we have a lot, yeah.
Thank you so much for taking the time. I appreciate it.
Yes.
Something like that, because that guy is great. I love that guy.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So I'm here with John Paul Sapsford. We've had you on the podcast before briefly to chat it up, so you might even recognize his voice from times that we've talked before. But you're here in Portland at the Retro Gaming Expo for a few different reasons.
Yeah, well, first and foremost, we're here to help out with Roberta's FMV zone. It was her dream, and I don't even know what I'm going to be able to do to help, but I'm going to help in some way because she did so much to help everyone else. So we're just going to be here making her dream come alive. And I got to see the whole thing yesterday, and it is beautiful. I was not expecting it to be that great. I knew it was going to be great, but it blew me away when I walked in there.
Yeah, I bet. It made everybody feel feels yesterday. Everybody felt so many feels, and we're going to continue to. It's beautiful. It's kind of everything that I think Roberta and many of our long conversations were imagining.
Yeah, well, we showed up with Sarah Kelly yesterday, and she made it known that, guys, I've got tissues if anyone needs them.
Yeah, no, I definitely needed them yesterday. Yeah. I was writing my message on the board, and it's just, it's a lot.
There's a board for writing messages about Roberta. I haven't done it yet. I've been thinking about what I'm going to write for
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
Be careful reading others that are on there. It's write yours first.
Yeah, write it and then read everyone.
And then read and then go away for a little while and just take a minute. It's something. But you're here for a musical reason too.
Yes, we got in town a few days early because Error 47 is doing our first live gig. We've been purely internet, and we've got we're going to be doing as an after party for PRGE. We're going to be playing a show. We're doing a full George Sanger Soupçon 7th guest and 11th hour set, and then we're going to have Ken Allen's going to be there presenting a song. There's going to be a video song with a premiere from Robert Holmes. We've got a few other special guests, which I'm not sure if they're announced, so I'm not going to say it just yet. But it's going to be great. It's going to be live streamed on twitch.tv/Space Quest Historian, and we're going to make a live album later, and it's going to be fun. We've been doing rehearsals and dealing with all that chaos. And
I heard there's some of the Kickstarter wins of what people have gotten are already going through. You had somebody guesting in on your set yesterday?
Yeah, so there was a few people that bought they'll have lunch with the band and go to rehearsal, and they just kind of ended up hanging out with us all day and just seeing how crazy and chaotic something like this is. And I think one of them sleeping on the couch right now.
Dude,
they all went out and had fun. I went to bed early. I was a good boy last night. But it was just meeting so many new people. People you meet online. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, what's your name? What's your e-name? Okay, I know you. So it's been great meeting people that have come out and helped us get here.
Mm-hmm.
So.
You ever find you make the same friend more than once because their name is different? You don't realize it? It's like, we were already friends for like 4 years, but now we're friends again. Good.
Yes,
okay, great.
I've gotten better about that though, because if we're chatting and it's like, okay, do I know you from outside of this room right now?
Good.
Yeah. I apologize if I should know you, but I'm terrible with names and faces and. So. Well,
cool. So, okay, let's just tell people what we're just about to go witness happen in the FMV Museum.
Yes, we're going to go watch a Phantasmagoria playthrough with Paul and Tori, right? Yeah,
that's right.
I am extremely excited about that. And, I was just offering to try to make myself available for any AV issues, just because trying to be helpful.
Please do. Well, thank you, and thank you for your time. It was great to talk to you, and thanks for your music and your technical expertise.
Oh, of course, and thanks for everything you do, Anna. We love you.
Cheers. Hi, I'm standing here with Eric Ellison at his Magic Map Studio booth and Error 47 booth at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo. And gosh, you've been all sorts of busy ever since I first seen you here. Well, what are you up to?
Quite a bit this year. We got the booth, of course, and then 4 panels we got going on. A Phantasmagoria panel, FMV panel, Legends of Sierra panel, a Composers panel, the FMV Zone Museum that we're putting together. And then, of course, the after party. So it's been a lot of, I'm very busy, a lot of coordinating going on. And yeah, it's been a great time so far. The support's been fantastic, and I'm really excited to see everybody and meet a whole bunch of new people this year. So it's been really fun.
Tell me a little bit about what you have. Since nobody can see it, you're going to have to describe it because there's some pretty gorgeous art and nice music happening here.
Yeah, the compilation project we did of the King's Quest 5 and 6 soundtrack remaster project. Songs of Serenity and Ode to the Isles I put into a 4 CD compilation, and it just came out this last week, released, and yeah, it's both games in one. Got some new songs that we didn't have on the vinyls included as well, and I redid K25 again, so it's nice and sharp. And we also have a few other vinyls left over from some of the other projects of Sierra composers as well, like Sequel from Robert Holmes and things like that. So yeah.
That's pretty cool.
By, check it out.
Yeah, beautiful. And I've seen a few people repping shirts and
yep,
repping
and the
gear.
Era 47 here. Meg got all this done from the band. Really beautiful shirts and some great hats too. So
yeah, I've got a pink one. I'm going to be repping tomorrow. My Era 47 gear all day, looking hopefully relatively cute and getting it done for the group. So I'm super excited. Thank you. I just want briefly your views on the FMV Museum, because I know this is a big deal for Roberta and the community, and it kind of to me feels like the culmination of a dream come true. I think she would have been so damn proud, excited.
I hope she is, because it's been a labor of love to procure her vision into existence, and I hope we have done it justice. I am so proud and so grateful and thankful for Heather and crew for kind of reaching out and stepping in and spearheading it, because when I originally reached out, it was going to be something that maybe would have landed a little more on my plate, and without Heather doing what she did and everything coming together the way it did, it wouldn't have been anything at all how it is, and I'm so grateful. I really hope we did it justice. We all were doing this for Roberta, of course, and we love you, Roberta, and you're here with us, and we can feel it, and we hope we've done you justice.
I think we have. Thank you, and thanks for taking a minute to step in. And now you got to get back to selling.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for stopping by.
Okay, I think he's missed Thomas the Tank.
Yeah, he's not at the right age for that now, right? Yeah.
He likes anything with wheels, so he has the helper cars. The videos he watches.
I like that. The helper cars too. I'm standing here having a conversation about trains with Lori and Corey Cole, who you might know from the likes of Heroes Quest, Quest for Glory. I mean, it's funny how the fans are with the name of the game, isn't it?
Yes.
You ask them about the series and they've always got a different answer.
Hero You Road to Redemption.
It depends on which game they started out with. Yes.
And more than Hero You Road to Redemption. You guys actually, with Summer Days, have come back out and continued to make games for the fans and continued to. Road to Redemption was one of the first games since the days of Sierra that I woke up on the day that it was released. I had to wake up at 5 a.m. in my time zone to play it, and I was sitting at my computer and nobody else was awake. You get your morning cup of coffee and I'm like, I'm back. I'm finally back where I want to be. I'm in the world that the two of you create, and it was so satisfying. And
of course the fans did a big part to create that, because we were originally going to do I don't know if it truly would have been a roguelike game, but basically a game on a grid, and then we were just going to have text in there to give it some story, but it would have looked more like Rogue than like a Sierra game. But the fans said, no way, you're making a Sierra-like game.
So we wound up, we listened. And we worked at it to get it to be just what people wanted it.
And it caused us to lose our shirts, just as I'm about to lose my shirt here.
Oh, here it is, and we have a 30 Years of Glory shirt. I have mine, which is signed by the both of you, and is one of my treasured artifacts. I just got the both of you to sign my Japanese version of Heroes Quest.
There we go.
I was one of the people, I was quite mad at the game company. I couldn't believe it. I said, I'm never going to play this game, Hero Quest. What is this? This isn't the real Heroes Quest.
We actually had a copy of Advanced Hero Quest that we got after that. I think we played it once.
Board game.
Yeah, the board game.
Yeah.
I think we played it once.
It wasn't bad as a game.
It's a fun little game. Now I'm okay with it.
Right, yes. And it came first, actually.
It did.
So therefore they have credit.
Well, we're pretty loyal, us Sierra fans.
Well,
You might have
the
noticed.
board game came first, but we came before the video game. That was the reason they said we couldn't have the copyright or trademark.
And, but Heroes Quest was just too perfect for a Sierra game. With the King's Quest series and the Police Quest, we knew
Space
that
Quest,
was the name it had to be.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
That's why we went with it.
Very
And then they made
serial-like.
us change.
And then you made it, and then there wasn't. Is this even in the same series? I think you
Yeah.
had a lot of people that didn't know the two
Yes.
games were related. right?
Exactly.
That must have happened a lot. And so, what are you both here for today?
We are here because they invited us, which is
We're
cool.
really thrilled to be here, and it's because the Portland Retro Gaming are having a panel of Sierra people.
Yes, your alumni panel that is happening at noon today on Saturday.
That's going to be exciting, to see you branch off. There's small little events here and there, and now all of a sudden we've become a part of a much bigger event.
Yes.
It's been quite fascinating watching that.
It is great.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for giving me a few minutes of your time. I want you to really enjoy yourselves here. Take the time and hydrate. Don't forget to carry a water skin in you.
Ah,
Yes.
good plan.
Yes, you never
And,
want to run out of it.
refill it at the fountain periodically, or the pool piece.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm here in the lineup for the Sierra panel at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo with Jeff Tripoli, and you're dressed up as...
I'm dressed up as Donkey Kong, and my boyfriend here is dressed up as Diddy.
Love it, love it. And so you guys are clearly here for the Sierra Love.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, if you couldn't tell. Hi, CGG.
So you've been to the FMV Museum too? What did you think?
I have. Oh, my jaw dropped when I walked in. Honestly, it's so comprehensive. It's so beautifully designed. All the interactive exhibits are incredible. And it's such a wonderful homage to Roberta, whom we all miss, obviously. It's very touching, it's very interesting, and there's a lot going on there. It's very exciting.
It is. And there's a lot going on here outside of this panel. What else are you up to this weekend?
This is our first time together out in Portland. So we're just kind of taking it easy. We're going to be here all weekend. We're in line for the Sierra panel right now, which I'm really excited about. And it's actually a really, really incredibly big line compared to any other point-and-click event I've been to. So.
Yeah, we're in the right location. The West Coast is where the tech is at.
Right,
so
yeah.
That's it.
And where all the Sierra and some of the LucasArts developers are still living out their semi-retirement. So.
It's true. All right. Well, thanks for taking a minute to chat, and I hope we have a great time at the panel.
Yeah, thank you. I will.
Clint Eastwood as he was coming out of a bar with a date under his arm. Oh, Mr. Eastwood, it's not the time.
Not the time.
It's good.
I'm standing here with George Sanger, and I am really hoping it is the time. We just finished the Sierra panel, and that was I don't know if did you catch the tail end of that there?
I caught all of it.
You
I was
caught
in the back, yeah.
Good. Yeah, that was something, wasn't it? It was nice to hear the stories.
It's nice to have everybody, and I was I was on my phone, they'd say something nice about Chance Thomas, and I'm like texting Chance, I'm talking about you. So they're talking up Thimbleby Park, and I'm like, Steve Kirk did the music for that. I'm like, Steve, I like Thimbleby Park.
Yes, well, good.
So that was my job. I was the podcaster from the back.
That's good to have you. And what are you here for this weekend? I'd like to hear a little bit about what your side of things is.
Oh, well, I'm going to speak on the composer panel, and that's nice. But also, the unfortunate thing with Roberta Vaughn passing, and this whole huge community coming together wanting to celebrate her life and her message. So I got pulled into this concert to memorialize her with Aero 47. So I've got kind of a sweet gig playing industrial metal with a cover band that does covers of tunes I wrote. So that's lovely, and it's got this very positive message, which is that what I gather Roberta's message to people is make room in your heart and let people in. And find a reason to love them, and I'm all about that. So we're doing a concert on Sunday at the Get Down, and I guess there's a podcast, so maybe people will come and maybe they won't. But it's with Aero 47, which is really wonderful musicians. So it's a gas. That's what I'm here for.
Well, thank you for showing up. You always show up in style. Right now, George is wearing a shirt with flames on it. You've got the whole look. Well, thank you. I really appreciate it. I appreciate the work that you've done on the games. I'm a huge fan of, I love Seventh Guest, obviously. I did a playthrough with Daniel Albu online. And played through the whole game. It took about 14 hours to make it through the whole thing, and if there were some puzzles, it took the two of us for almost 2 hours straight.
The microscope?
Yeah, oh
you
my.
know, Graham sometimes regrets making it as hard as it was.
It was a challenge, I tell you. But no, it was a beautiful game. The music sets the tone, and I brought my Loom big box for George to sign, and I've got a signature. It's got the original cassette tape in it, and that's where the music comes from. So.
Thank you so much. Thank you for keeping this stuff alive. Thank you and all the fans for keeping this alive. I got to be there when guys like Brian Moriarty and Ron Gilbert and so many great people were putting their love and life and time into making these games, and we didn't know if they were going to last or not, but they put their love into it so that you could light up and so that your days would go better, you fans. And I just am so happy that you're spreading it around, and I think that joy just radiates out, and I'm so grateful to the fans who keep the community alive and going and keep it positive and are kind to each other and make a great place for people to just enjoy life.
It is. It's a very particular subset. The adventure game community, LucasArts Sierra, they're not like anybody else, and I'm really just so proud to be a part of it. And I'm so glad that you've come back to be a part of it all over again on this side with the fans. So thank you.
Well, it feels really good. Thank you.
Thank you. I hope you have a great day.
Thank
here
you.
today.
We always wrap these with the Team Fat High Five. It's like a regular high five, but you miss and make a sound effect. So
oh, perfect.
1, 2, 3. Ow! I hit my glasses.
I'm here with Mark and Debbie Siebert, Ken Allen, and Al Eufrasio. Just randomly, we're all standing around in a circle here, and I just would like to find out from you first, Debbie. Isn't it kind of neat to see everybody gather around? It must be quite something.
It is. It's really nice to see people we haven't seen in 30 years and to remember that time and to celebrate it and to get to catch up again and just to meet people and people who's, like we were just talking in there about people's lives and how these games and the music that they have written changed people's lives, and that's intense. It's really intense.
You've watched it over time. We were just talking about Arena's piece, Mark, and how that is the soundtrack. I mean, it's to our lives. It's now the soundtrack for Roberta as well, as there's been some reorchestrated lyrics, and I hear you both are going to be doing some work with the Arena's piece song.
I get people sending me emails, probably at least once a month or more. Somebody will email me about that piece, and yeah, it's been the soundtrack for many things. It's, if you call my home phone, it's my call waiting sound.
Nice.
And yeah, there's been a lot of covers, and not all of them have been covered legally, and we've had to chase some people down. But you know what? Yeah, it's fun. I'm so glad that people enjoyed that piece. It's wonderful.
It is. My alarm clock in the morning is the sound when you're cleaning out the barn. Do 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 do.
Oh yes.
Do, do, do. And it's because it reminds me you're going to get up, you're going to work hard. You might not earn very much money, but you got to put all your effort into it.
Yeah.
Very motivational.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing that and having Debbie sing it tomorrow.
That's going to be amazing. I really appreciate that. And Ken, you're here.
Yeah.
And you've got actually some projects involved. You're not just showing up for fun. You're mixed in with Error 47 too. And
Yeah, in a good way too. Error 47 is doing a game, doing a piece that I wrote for Space Quest 1 actually, and Mark had some nice notes for me to make it better. It was the song that the ZZ Top type characters play in the bar, and that got covered a couple of times by some really great musicians. And I thought, well, I need to write some lyrics to this. Mm-hmm. It was part of a Kickstarter campaign that failed. Didn't turn out the way I wanted to, but I sent all the money back. And one of the promises I made in the Kickstarter was to write lyrics and to record the song with those lyrics. Mm-hmm. It never got done, but Error 47 came to me and said, hey, would you mind if we did that song? And I said, I think I've got the lyrics somewhere.
It's been a year.
I put a chart together and the chord progression and the lyrics, and I sent over, and lo and behold, I heard it for the first time last night, and it's amazing.
That would be amazing.
It's amazing. Yeah.
Oh, so we all are going to get to hear it too?
Yes, we're all going to get to hear it.
That's going to be
I
great.
also
so bad about it. He sent a gift card.
I also wrote a song in tribute to Roberta, but also to the community that you guys built.
Thank you.
With Roberta's help, and that will be after after Mark and Debbie's piece.
Thank you. I appreciate
that.
that.
You get to hear that for the first time. Yeah.
That's you're going to have not a dry eye in the house. Absolutely.
I had not a dry eye when I was putting it together too.
So you haven't seen some of these guys maybe in a little while. You've worked with these guys before here and there.
I've seen Al and I get together on occasion, have lunch and whatnot. Lori and Corey, I worked with them a few years ago.
Yep.
For quite a bit. Mark, I haven't seen in ages.
No, I imagine not.
It's a hoot, man. Let me shake your hand again.
What a reunion, gosh.
Oh yeah, I tell you, it was a pleasure working with Mark back in the day, and it's great to see him today.
Well, thank you. I appreciate all of you taking a moment to chat with me. Era 47 is going to be doing the concert. Go online and look all of us up. See what we've all been up to. Do you have a current project going or anything, and even if it's not game related, that people could look into?
I have a little independent record label. We just released our 5th album. It's called Kirkat Music, KIRKATMUSIC, on YouTube. And you can listen to some of the bands that I've been producing out in Baltimore.
Beautiful. What about you, Ken?
Well, I just announced yesterday that I'm going to be releasing the soundtrack to Space Venture, which is a game that was created by the original designers of Space Quest. And I've been waiting for them to announce that they're going to release the game, and they are going to be releasing the game pretty soon.
Good.
So now you can go to kenallenmusic.com and you can sign up to get notified when that album's available.
Exciting. And what are you up to now? You're doing art. You're doing custom art and caricatures.
I do commissions on occasion. I work a non-game related day job these days, but I'm working on a little something on the side with Sydney over there, actually.
Game related?
Yes,
Ooh,
yes indeed.
Okay, that's exciting. All right, well, we'll have to keep up and look out for that. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. Well, I'm here with Al Lowe, who you might have heard of before if you've played, well, actually quite a few Sierra games. People come to you most often about Leisure Suit Larry, but you were involved in more than just Leisure Suit Larry.
I was guilty, yes. In 16 years with Sierra, I either wrote, created, designed, programmed, composed music or code or writing for 26 games, 24 of which came in on time and under budget.
I don't think anybody.
I didn't have anything to do
game.
with the other two. I couldn't help those two.
What were the two that didn't quite?
I'm not saying.
No. Okay,
No
okay.
comment.
We'll get that here. So you're here at the event at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo. What are you here for? You've just finished up a panel.
I had a panel with other Sierra folk, and we talked to a big room full of people about the good old days in Sierra.
That's good. And there might be a few people you haven't seen recently.
Oh yeah, it's been fun. I haven't seen Mark Siebert in almost 30 years. And Josh Mandel, it's been 10 at least. So it was really fun.
Yeah. I'm super glad to hear that. What's your plans now? What are you doing next?
We have another panel tomorrow on music and composing for games. And I started composing music by sending a signal to the Apple II's speaker, then telling the computer to delay 1/880th of a second, and then sending a negative signal to the speaker, and then delaying an 880th of a second, and so forth, repeating this. And that's how I had to play an A 440, because you shoot the speaker up, shoot it back down, that gives you one cycle, so you get one tone. So that's how I started making music, was by programming in numbers into the whole, and it took the entire computer to make a melody.
Well, mathematics is music, and vice versa. They're really connected. And you were right there from the very, very beginning of it all.
It was it was hard. It was hard back then.
And now here you are in 2025, and you have people coming up to you everywhere you go, wanting to talk to you and talk about the games and how they influence their lives. Did you think a sexy game would do this?
I didn't think a sexy game would sell, but I thought it was time.
Yeah.
I thought there was in 1987, there were just no games that were about current times and current places. And I thought, comedy is a big thing on TV. Comedy is a big thing in movies. Comedy books sell. why wouldn't there be a video game about that? And so I convinced Ken Williams to let me make fun of this game that had been a big seller for Ken back in the 70s. And I said, but it's so out of touch now, it should be wearing a leisure suit. And he thought that was funny, and so he said, if you can make it funny, then we'll sell it.
Right,
So
because it was
that
a bit drier. The other version followed along with the same story, but it didn't have the perk or the main character. You really invented Larry.
It had no protagonist.
No.
It had no particular theme, or it was very crude. But remember, it was 1978. You know, who knew?
You couldn't have, not at that time, not at all. Well, that's great. I hope you enjoy the rest of the time. I'm glad you're getting a chance to check out the FMV Museum. The Sierra panel was an absolute blast.
Oh, thank you.
So thank you for just being a part of the community and jumping in 2 feet first and saying, hey, you know what, this is cool. I still want to talk about this stuff. You know, I really appreciate that, Al.
It was a good time. Sierra in the 80s was a special place, and I don't think we knew at the time, but in retrospect, it was fun.
Definitely. Well, thank you very much.
Sure.
Yeah, it's like a strange branch of history, but okay.
I'm here with a couple of friends at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo. We've got Fred and Trolls, and they are in a band that we are going to be featuring as a big part of the weekend that we've been putting together. And I feel, you can't see it, but I feel like they're both a little bit taller than me. So I'm going to hold the microphone up here. They're going to, okay.
Actually, I can get on my knees.
Yeah, that's fine. They're actually down on their knees. They don't mind. They're going to give me a little interview. So, hey, what are you guys doing here?
We're in line.
Yeah.
Right now, we're in line at this very. To get into the Phantasmagoria panel and annoy the piss out of Victoria Morsel and Paul Morgan Stedler.
Right.
We already went to the Legends of Sierra panel with Josh Mandel and Al Lowe and Corey and Laurie Cole.
I stood next to Mr. Lowe at a urinal just now, which is probably the most leisure suit Larry thing to ever happen to me in real life.
Yeah, that was weird. And you got locked in an auditorium.
I did get locked in.
Adventure game puzzle.
Yeah, but I failed. I would have died, no question.
He got let out.
He did? Somebody let him out. They felt sorry for you and let you out?
Well, that's the thing. Someone opened the door from the outside, and when I got outside, I didn't see anyone, so the truth is out there.
Okay.
We're pretty sure Roberta Vaughn's ghost let him out.
Yeah.
If she's not here, she'd be awfully pissed off. Could you imagine? No, she's definitely here. There's no way.
I think she's tired of me. She's bailed us out of so much crap. You wouldn't believe
she
it.
likes to bail you guys out of crap. That's actually one of her hobbies. If you ask her, she's like, I'm going to bail the guys that I love out of crap. We're going to shuffle down the line here. That's okay. We have a talented group of. Sorry, I appreciate your. No, they're very. Thank you. Here, I'll go up and down. That's okay. We're good. No, we just shuffled forward in line. This is real time here.
What's up?
So why are you guys here in general, other than this awesome FMV presentation?
We got invited to perform live. We were basically told by Roberta Vaughn that we were going to be at some convention. I think it was like 2 years ago. It was either the Fanfare or Portland Retro Gaming Expo. She wanted us to play. And I tried telling her, you know, we're like an internet band. All the members are scattered all over the globe. There's no way we could pull off a concert. She didn't listen. So I got invited out to this thing. I'm also moderating a panel, so Portland Retro Gaming Expo sort of, got my flight all sorted. So yeah, we're putting on a gig. I'm moderating a panel on Sunday. Our band will be performing together live for the first time and probably the only time ever.
You don't know that. You don't know that. If we do a good job, just maybe.
Well, maybe. We've been rehearsing ever since we got here, and
They have. We never see them. They're like, where are these guys? They're playing again. But I believe it's the first time all of you have actually played together at the same time on purpose together.
Yes.
Yeah. Not digitally, in real life. People can actually see you and watch you play.
Yeah, and that's the weird thing. Like John Paul, our guitar player, and me, we formed the band back in however long fuck, and this is the first time we've ever met in person. It's like almost 10 years ago the band was formed. We've never met in person.
And how many hours of work has he done for you?
Oh,
God, there's no way to count.
No, absolutely.
This is also the first time I'm ever meeting trolls in person and enjoying it as much.
Yeah, good. I'm glad. It's always better. Well, we're going to go into a panel now. Thanks. Bye. Synchronicity within the gaming community is huge. I'm here with Victoria Morcell and Curtis, Paul Morgan Stetler, and we just finished up a panel all about Phantasmagoria and working for Sierra, and you were there with Drunken Master Paul, and you had a great host. What did you guys think? How did that go?
Oh, it's incredible, and there was more people there than I was expecting, and there's such a I don't know if to say devoted, but there just seems to be such a real strong sense of nostalgia, and these games really meant a lot to people, more so than we expected. It's neat to see that.
Mm-hmm. No, it was really fun, and it just feels good to have all those people together and everybody just loving the game, and people who have played the games when they were little kids and
when they shouldn't have.
Totally.
And then seeing some old photos was fun. Yeah, it was great.
And perhaps both of you have seen people you might not have seen in a long time today, I'm thinking.
Oh yes, Mark.
Yes.
Mark
Sorry, I would have cued you on it.
It was so great to see Mark.
Yes.
I'm sure I'll see him later too.
Yes.
It's fun to see him, and that's
good. And you guys aren't just doing this panel. There's more coming, right? At least you are doing.
Well, we run a YouTube channel called Conversations with Curtis, and so Tori and I met, and now we play some of these classic games for the very first time, and our fans get a huge kick out of watching us stumble our way through. And so we're catching up slowly from the 1990s to today, but it's been a lot of fun, and we do have something in the works for a potential project that would be what we're calling sort of a spiritual follow-up to Phantasmagoria 1 and 2. And once we have more information, we'll get that out there.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's great to hear. And tomorrow you're going to be doing a playthrough? Is that what's happening?
We did a playthrough today,
yes.
And that was really fun. And tomorrow we're on another FMV.
It's the future of FMV panel, I believe.
Good.
Is that the name? Yeah.
And it has a future. It
has
really
a
does
future.
have a future.
That's the hope.
I feel like it does. I feel like we're going back to it. A different time.
I do too. And you came and you checked out the FMV Museum. I see you have FMV Zone t-shirts.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that, and I appreciate your support. We all knew Roberta in some way or another, if not, in person, vicariously through somebody else in the community. And I'm glad that you guys were able to be a part of that community
We're so happy to be able to support her and all she did. And so funny hearing all the, like Eric and Heather talking about they had no clue how much she actually did until they started to try to take on the work that she was doing. So they're incredibly impressed by her.
Yeah, it was a huge undertaking, and she did so much apparently, and it's too bad she's not here to see it, but she did an amazing thing.
It takes a whole team of people now, and we're just going to carry the flag. So I appreciate that. And thanks for coming out. Thanks for chatting with me. Hi there, I'm here with Drunken Master Paul and Metal Jesus, just kind of hanging out casually at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo, representing Sierra in a way that I've never seen Sierra represented at an event like this. So I would love to hear what you guys are finding this like, and how you're representing that little bit of Sierra while you're here.
Yeah, we represent things in very strange ways all the time, and Sierra is just one of the many things.
One thing that warms my heart is that we did a panel today of Sierra, Legends of Sierra, and several of the vendors here told me that because of that, Sierra games were selling out like fast, which warms my heart. Because I guess all the Space Quest games were gone, and so that's what I want, is to kind of like raise awareness of the awesomeness of Sierra.
Because you're a big Sierra collector, as I am, so you have to.
It's tough. I have a couple games that I still can't find.
Yep.
So this Woodruff and the Snibble, impossible to find.
You and I might have to talk after this.
No, do you have
I might just.
Oh dear. It's so
It's hard
ironic.
to find.
It's so ironic because we used to throw away so many games in the Pensport days from the Vulture bin.
Yeah.
And now I remember talking to Ken Williams and asking him where's his collection. And he said, I didn't keep any of this. I figured I could just go to eBay anytime I wanted to. That's where I hold my collection.
Yeah.
wrong.
I know, right? Yeah. Another one that's really hard to find is the Sierra Screamin' 3D, the video card.
Ooh, that is really hard to
I know,
find.
right?
I have never even seen it.
I have a search set up on eBay, and every once it pops up, and I'm like the 28th bidder or something like that. It's crazy. So,
Yep,
yeah.
absolutely. Well, I think we can work something out. So you guys, what's the next plan? Are you guys coming back tomorrow?
Yep, we're here all weekend.
Yep. Any more work you have to do, or just relaxing
It's
now?
all fun.
It's all fun.
Yeah.
I realize this is audio and not video, but this is what I'm doing next.
We have an absolutely gorgeous flask going here. Yes, very important.
I just took a sip out of the flask for you listening at home.
The Drunken Master.
The Drunken Master, Paul, right on target. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you taking a minute to chat. I hope you have a good evening.
Film stuff.
Hi there, and I continue my day at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo, and I'm here with
John Riggs. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. So you have a booth, you've been here, and tell me a little bit about what you found here. What's making it fun for you, and how much work has it been?
Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, it's all work in the sake of fun. I've been coming to this show for 10 years now, just over 10 years. It's a reunion for a lot of us to get back together again. I host a YouTube channel, so seeing like the other YouTube people I've known, or people that are just like up and coming, and to see the arcades, to see the vendors, to see the panels, to see just people making new games for older systems. There's a lot going on. It's almost mentally draining sometimes, but it's a lot to take in all at once.
Do you play any video games, and if so, what do you play?
I do. I like the new stuff too, but I'm also old school, so I love the NES. I still play my NES. I even love the classic Game Boy, but I still play the Switch. I still play my Xbox as well, so a little bit of everything.
Not bad, not bad. Well, tell us where could we find you, and what is it we can do when we're at your booth?
Oh, absolutely. My name is John Riggs. It's also the name of my YouTube channel, social media at John Blue Riggs. I make my own video games, so at my booth I have the video games I've made. I make custom air fresheners, so I have an arcade air freshener that smells like a 1980s arcade. It smells like menthol cigarettes, wood paneling, spilt Coke, used gum. That's always a popular one. And always just happy to hang out and chat and just be in the moment, I suppose.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Is there anything, if you were to say what's different about this year's Portland Retro Gaming Expo from other years you've gone, what would you say?
The layout's a little different in a good way. I do like how that's laid out this year as far as how to find everything. And they've also expanded the special guest area where years past they'd have some of the YouTubers here, maybe some people from the tech and gaming industry, but this year they actually have voice actors. They have Charles Martinet, the voice of Mario. We have David Hayter, the voice of Solid Snake, and so many more. So nice to see these video game conventions also bring the games to you, and just fun to see them here as well.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you taking a minute to chat. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Oh, I hope you have the best time ever.
Thank you so much. I'd join any party. It's always fun to join a party. I'm here with Donald Fullilove, who is the Mayor Goldie Wilson from Back to the Future. He's also been in American Dad and the Jackson 5, and is right here at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo. And what are you here for, my friend?
I'm here to play reggae music in the background.
Yes, please do. This is exactly what we needed.
The promoter of this show told me that they're going to bring the DeLorean in this year, and asked me if I'd be interested in coming. It's a gaming convention, and I literally became a gamer 5 days ago. I got my first video system. I got a PS5, and I got Battlefield 6. I stink at all of them.
No good.
I'm still in recruit training mode.
Oh no!
But seeing all these vintage games around here took me back to my childhood a lot. I've been having a blast.
Did you ever play games growing up? Did you have a computer or
I played, I have the dubious distinction of being one of those boomers. I played the very first video game where we chased a square pixel to the other side of the screen and try to hit it with a longer square pixel.
And gosh darn it, it was fun, wasn't it?
Most engaging. You spend hours playing Pong.
Yeah, it's true. I still love Pong. I think it's a great game. That's the best place to start, is right at the beginning.
Yeah.
Are we going to be able to find you anywhere else?
I'm going next week to Chiller Theater Exposition in Parsippany, New Jersey. Then I'm headed to Barcelona. And then I'm going to relax a little bit, and then we come back and we're in Niagara Falls in December.
Ooh, okay, that'll be great. Well, thank you for taking a minute to check in. If you had to sum up this event here in the city in a couple of sentences, how would you do that?
Portland's a very special city. Portland has its own vibe. you can't explain the vibe. You have to be in it. The people are cool, man. This is a cool place. Like I said, this is my first gaming exposition, so I've been digging, talking to the people, and listening to what they have to say. Now I'm gonna go play some vintage video games.
Yes, go play.
Appreciate the interest and the exposure as always.
I'm here with the person who has the best Sierra and other shirts here at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo. Please tell me who you are and what you do here.
Absolutely, I'm Marcus Adams. I run my booth. Anova Print is the name of my t-shirt shop. And I just specialize in either retro gaming or retro computer t-shirts and do things that hopefully make other people smile. I don't know if I do. Things like screenshots and different logos for old games like Sierra games or Apple II games. And I fell into some of these classic Sierra games sort of one at a time as I was making them. We got a Space Quest 3 and the King's Quest, and then just one after another I kept making some homages to what I think are classic Sierra games.
I see amber monochrome leisure suit Larry shirts.
Yes.
That is how I grew up. I grew up with the amber monochrome monitor, so all the games I played were pixel hunted with that. So
Okay, well, I'll mention one thing that is based off the Hercules graphics card. So I have strong feelings for no good reason that Hercules and the amber monitor go together. So
they do. They really, really do.
Yeah, the highlight of monochrome graphics, my opinion, is the Hercules graphics card.
It's true.
So.
It's true. No, it hasn't gotten any better. It's only got worse. If you
I would
ask
agree.
me.
I would
no,
agree.
it's true. Amber monochrome forever. So when you were growing up, did you play any Sierra games? How did you first encounter this genre?
Funny enough, no. I did not play a ton of computer games as a kid. I came in real late, but what got me into it was I got a Tandy 1000 computer at one of the Seattle expos, or no, I'm sorry, Washington, Longview. Anyways, it was an auction. I won it for, I think, $30 or $40. A complete Tandy 1000, one of my happier days. But that led me to look into games that were good for it, and I got the King's Quest remake, the 1991. That was the first Sierra game I ever played.
Mm-hmm.
And I popped it in, and I ended up playing the whole thing through, and that got me kind of hooked and wanting to explore. So, thank the 1990s King Quest game and my Tandy 1000.
I will definitely do that. And where can we find these online? I'm guessing we can do that as well as in person at various
absolutely.
events.
My Etsy shop is the place I'd refer you to. So, I have to remember the website address. It might be etsy.com/store/anovaprint, but search my name, Anova Print, into Etsy. You'll find all my stuff.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me.
Absolutely. Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, good.
Hi there, I'm here with Jackie Stargrove, and we're standing outside what is going to be a very interesting event. Could you tell me a little bit about what we're all here in the lineup for?
So we are here to talk about FMV games, both historically and the present and future of the genre. We've got the stars of both Phantasmagoria games here, as well as our friend Sean Parker, who has his game Fogtown coming out. I'm just going to kind of go over a bunch of the history and figure out what stories we can find.
Oh, cool. Okay, so have you hosted panels before? You're used to speaking in front of people, I think, right?
I've hosted like Q&As and stuff, but nothing at a convention quite like this. So this is a first.
Congratulations. What do you think of the event so far?
Everything's been fantastic. It's been as incredible as I was hoping. It's massive without being overwhelming. Like everything just it feels great, and it seems like they know how to run things, which is really nice because I've been to a few conventions where that didn't happen.
Right,
so,
good.
yeah, I love it here.
But what are you doing? Because you might be doing something else today. This probably isn't your last event.
Yeah, this whole weekend has been building up to today for me because I've got this at noon, and then at 7 o'clock tonight, Era 47, we're doing our first real show down at a venue called the Get Down. Everybody who has a badge to the convention gets in for free. Pretty much anybody we know will probably get in for free too. But we're going to be live streaming that on Space Quest Historians YouTube and Twitch channels. So it'll be free for everyone to see. I'm sure we'll be archiving it. And because I'm an idiot, I made the commitment to everything we filmed this weekend, which is a lot of stuff. I'm going to turn into some kind of documentary at the end of this. So it's going to be a weekend that lasts for a lot longer than just today, and I'm kind of happy about that.
I'm excited. We got to get all the footage together. So I think a lot of stuff has happened here that has never happened before. People are seeing each other that haven't. We have a reunion happening again right next to us. Friends getting together, people that haven't seen each other in years, decades, 3 decades, 4 decades. It's super exciting. So I want to wish you luck, and I think you're going to do a great job on the panel.
Thank you. I'm excited. And I mean, we've got great guests. That's what you really need. So
cool. Well, take care.
Thanks.
Hi there, I'm here with Daniel and Alex Greenberg, and we're hanging out in the FMV zone at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo, and it's been one heck of a hit, and a lot of it is part due to you guys making it happen. So it looks great here. What do you think? Have you done anything like this before? You guys are used to doing events.
Yeah, I mean, for like 10 years, we've done a lot of academic panel lectures, like going to conventions and bringing 1 talk or 2 talks about like specific topics or subjects. But it really wasn't until last year when we came on board and helped with the Adventure Game Fanfare that we had kind of done staging things and presentations. And Alex, you've got a big background in theater. Like, I think you understand a lot of what goes into that.
And I think part of like what's great about FMV games is that they take acting and put it into the storytelling element of games. So you have live actors and a storyline, and then what we tried to do was use our television sets at every station to kind of tell that narration, to follow a theme throughout every stop. You know, what is the origins, what are modern games, what are Hollywood games, and kind of give you a different chapter of the FMV genre.
Yeah, it kind of functions like not just a timeline, but also just different lenses to view that style of game through.
Mm-hmm. I've never seen anything quite like this before. And FMV is more than I think a lot of people think it is. Did you learn a little bit more about the range of where FMV can go from setting all this up?
Yeah, I think I mostly thought FMV as like a live actor vehicle. And now that I see it, and I'm looking at every station, and there's different things throughout. I'm looking at Fogtown, which is puppets. I'm looking at Dragon's Lair, which is, animation. There's puppetry. There's claymation. There's all these different forms, and I think it's a really unique art style. I think you could do a whole lot with it.
Yeah, and I've been personally wowed by watching sort of the evolution of it, like when it tries to tell more serious topics, or when they kind of fell into like the Sega CD area where everything felt like levity or sort of like, not B-movie schlock horror necessarily, but, like FMV's kind of developed this impression, this cachet that they were tangential to games, but were they really the same kind of games that were coming out? And like, the 90s was such a golden era for video games in general. That it's neat to see the kind of progression through that, and then into the modern stuff with like the revival in the UK in the mid 2010s and how that's coming back. Because especially for my students at George Mason, I tell them, you can work on 2D games or 3D games, but you're all amateur videographers too, and you have everything you need in your pocket right now. You've got a smartphone. You can go out and record footage with your friends, and you can do anything just as good as what was done in these modern platforms 30 years ago. You can produce that too. You have that power in you. Like, the engines are very compatible with full motion video.
There's an interview that we have with Jane Jensen, and she talks about doing Gabriel Knight 2, where she says, this is the only vehicle that you can really see the actor's face and know what they're thinking and tell that they're lying or tell that they're hiding something from you. And I think that's really true, because you can't really see that in an animation or a 3D asset. Like, it just doesn't come across, whereas in a mystery game or a crime game or something where you're trying to figure something out, that adds an extra element to it. I think the actors really make it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're talking about the difference between something like stage production, where you had these kind of like operatic broad gestures that you would have like little sprite characters do in early, Nintendo games, versus, the advantage of FMV is you can really capture those very, very subtle things. You can do that with modern games too now, but you're talking about armies of hundreds of people and artists and animators to produce games at such a level of quality to try to do more subtle emotional conveyance, whereas, again, with just a couple of people and some motivation, like, they can make an FMV game and have the same amount of... Yeah, right? Like, we have entire movies being made with iPhones now. You can capture that level of emotional intimacy with that device that in a way that you may not have the scope or the talent to do with computers.
And I think part of what we're trying to do is inspire people to make their own.
That's a big deal too, and I see that. I see a lot of enthusiasm for FMV. Somebody said in one of the panels, FMV is dead. It died a long time ago, and Paul Morgan-Stettler said, actually, no, it never really did, and it's on the uprise right now. So, yeah, it is the time. Well, thanks so much for taking a minute to talk to me. Are you going to be doing something with the FMV zone? Is there perhaps going to be another presence of it at some point?
I mean, that's definitely the hope. Like, one of the advantages of this being a traveling exhibit and being here at Portland this weekend is an audience comes to you. It's so hard to run a museum in a static location and try to get people to come to it. We've had friends who do that. It's very difficult to both afford and maintain that venue and get the traffic to come out and see it. Whereas when you come to an event like Portland, when you go to a gaming convention, there's already a baked-in crowd that is enthusiastic to learn and comes with passion, and you can fill in the gaps in their knowledge and excite them and send them in different directions.
And I think too, with our collection being fluid, some of our items are on loan and not permanent. So the next time we do it, we're going to have different things. So it'll be an exhibit that people can come back to because there's going to be new and exciting elements to it that won't have been there the last time you went.
Yeah,
I agree. Well, thank you. Thanks so much for taking a minute to talk with me.
Absolutely.
Hi, I'm here standing at the Christopher Hipscher Tattoo Studio where they have been doing tattoos on the spot at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo all weekend. That's pretty amazing. And I'm right here with the main tattooist, Christopher. Hey, Christopher, how's it been going this weekend?
Oh, it's going great. It's just as good as last year. I love everyone here. I'm glad that I was here, and I always appreciate like everyone's energy that they bring, and it's always lovely to meet everyone. It's more, for me, it's more meeting people and then giving them tattoos that they want and knowing what they want because I've played enough where I get it. And I'm glad it's over. It was a really fun show. I love how like excited people are out here. Like you never know like when you go to other places that they're going to be as excited as this is.
Right. Is there any tattoos you did this weekend that kind of stuck out for you or you were like maybe even excited or proud of after in a particular way?
Well, we just did a Kirby, and Kirby's always fun, even though like I stick mainly to the Flash. She was the last person, and she wanted a piece of Flash, but she's like, what about a Kirby like Star Ride? And I was like, okay, that sounds good. Like, not like an aggressive air ride, but like a Star Ride, like a gentle one. I was like, okay, that's perfect. Let's do that.
That's cool. So are you going to be at any other events in the next little while? Or if not, where can we find you if we're looking for a Kirby tattoo?
Actually going to be at Sacramento Gaming Expo in December. And then I'll also be at Game On Expo in, I believe, March. And then I'll be at SoCal Gaming Expo in June and RGX also in June. And then there's other ones too, but that's as many as I can think of right now.
Sweet.
My Instagram's hard to spell. It's KRISTOPHER_Hipscher, HIPSHER.
Perfect.
Just keep looking if you can't find it. Don't worry, it's hard to find.
Perfect. I appreciate that. Thanks for taking a minute to talk to me, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day here today.
Of course, thank you.
Hey there, I'm here with Mick, one part of Error 47 and a previous guest of the Classic Gamers Guild podcast. We are no longer at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo, so you don't have to hear me butcher their name anymore. We're now at the Get Down, and we are getting down and ready for the event tonight. And what is the event tonight, and what part are you playing in it, Mick?
I'm playing the bass. I mean, the throat's a bit croaky. And we're mainly playing for people out there and for Roberta. And that's basically it. And a few of the tracks we've already pre-heard, a few tear-jerkers, so get ready.
Yeah, no, we're ready. Not going to be a dry eye in the house. And Mick has come all the way here from Australia to perform this. And on his own volition. You weren't like funded by the Kickstarter. You're just here because of the passion, because you want to be here with the band and hang out with these guys who look amazing too, right? This is going to be great. Space Quest Historians just jumping in front of this complicated looking drum kit. I always wanted to learn to play the drums, but I never quite figured it out. So, you ready? Are you ready for tonight?
No.
Oh no, that's okay.
So what basically happened was that Noah, our sound engineer at the Get Down, was like working levels with us and adjusting the mixer and all kinds of stuff. He's been sitting there for all the time while we've been playing the 7th Guest and 11th Hour stuff with George, you know, that was our focus because George was going to be there. And he's like going, I know this music. And it turns out he realized he'd played the 7th Guest a lot, so he knew the music. And there we are with George Sanger performing some of the soundtrack.
This just happens. Yeah, no,
That's
you know
amazing.
what? And your Kickstarter people are going to love that too. This is all like this. These are stories that make the band. These are the epic, legendary stories that is going to be the new chapter where we as nerds forge on our own without our dear leader and try to figure out what the hell we're doing.
Dearly departed, dear leader, but we've had some spiritual encounters, I think, since. I'm getting the impression that she's watching.
Oh, she
and
needs to.
so far I think she likes it because she's been pulling her out of some soft spots leading up to this. So
I believe that.
I'm crossing my
Let's follow
fingers.
the tall man while we talk.
Let's follow the very tall man.
Yes,
The man who's
following the tall man is usually the best choice. He seems to know where he's going, I think. It's,
Tyler up there seemed to know where he was going, so
Okay. Sorry, I'm not trying to budge. I just lost my crew part way. And I'm shorter, so I need to be here surrounded by
Do I need to get in the back again?
No, I did. I was just telling the story about how our
How are you guys feeling?
Great.
We're feeling good. Cold? Yeah, it is cold over here compared to Chicago.
Yeah.
No,
it's bad.
Ooh, I know you guys. No, I feel like I'm with the only with the puffer.
Yeah, you got the warm one.
T-shirt weather. T-shirt
Guys,
weather
in the
still.
airport, I'm wearing a furry.
That's good. That's what we need. We're into that too. So we're here on the street with our new friends
Wait,
from
hold on,
Chicago.
Hold on.
Yeah, do
I'm gonna
it.
flip this. Okay, ready, set, and go.
I'm here on this. Here on the street with my new friends from Chicago. Let's hear it for Chicago. Woo! And you guys are here. What are you guys doing here?
We're here to visit everything we need to visit, Twilight scenes especially.
Yeah. So have you been having fun? What's the favorite thing you've done this weekend?
The honestly favorite thing that I've seen was the falls.
Oh,
yes, that was
like
a lot of scenery.
Falls?
Yes.
So have you
yes.
ever played a computer game?
I have, and I tried creating one.
Really?
That was very difficult.
So
but
what have you played, and what were you trying to create?
Okay, so I was trying to so I was in computer science for about a year and a half, and that was very difficult. It was very difficult, and I would like to give props to anybody that would continue with that field. And I did Slug. I don't know if you know that. No? Okay. So it was something I created, and it was basically like just basic metrics that go around. Yeah. Basic. It's basic. It's really basic. And
I like that. I like that kind of creativity,
Okay,
though.
what's the hardest thing you did?
The hardest thing I've ever done? A night actually was the hardest thing I think I've ever done. It was the most wonderful and the hardest thing I think I've ever done. This was a happy event and a sad event. It was also a memorial for a friend of ours who passed much too soon, and we've gathered people from around the world, Australia, Denmark, and everywhere else, so we could come here in song and in memory and remember Roberta Vaughn, because she was a pillar of our community that went way too soon. So today it was the hardest but most wonderful thing I've ever done.
Okay, and because of that memory you created, what was the best memory you would say with your friend that you created?
Oh, with Roberta, it would be the very moment that we both learned that we wore the same perfume. I pulled mine out of my bag and I put it on, and she realized that it was Happy perfume, Clinique Happy, and she pulled hers out of her bag, and we just hugged at that moment, and we just knew we were sisters forever.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like a scent would draw somebody, like, if you smell it, you know?
It is.
Have you smelled anything similar to that?
Yeah, me. I smell like her right now. Especially if I go around like a secondhand smoke a little. I love her. She smoked a bit, and then all of a sudden I smell just like her.
Can I say something?
Yes, please.
I'm about to smoke.
Good. See?
Wow.
Right here. We're going to make it happen.
That
Here's
is
Roberta.
crazy because 3 months sobriety and I'm about to smoke. So hopefully you feel similarity to Roberta.
I will. Thank you.
And all that to Chicago and to from
Victoria, BC, Canada.
Thank Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for your
guys.
time.